Hi fellow Anglo-Indians. Once again we observe World Anglo-Indian Day on this 2nd August. This day is significant for us since our community had been identified and recognized on this day way back in 1935. While we commemorate this day, see the historical background of how this community evolved through centuries.
Hi friends, World Anglo-Indian Day is being celebrated to commemorate the official naming of the Anglo-Indian community, which was approved by the British in the Government of India Act on 2nd August of 1935. In the Government of India Act of 1935, an Anglo-Indian was formally identified as a person whose father or any of whose other male progenitors in the male line is or was of European descent but who is a native of India. The key points of the definition were retained when Anglo-Indians were defined as an official minority group in India's constitution in 1950 as per Article 366(2). The idea of celebrating 2nd August as World Anglo-Indian Day was initiated at the Auckland World Anglo-Indian Reunion held in 2001. Thereafter, Anglo-Indian organizations world over observe this day with celebrations and fanfare. World Anglo-Indian Day happens to be an occasion for us to refresh our knowledge on the historical background, present situation, and also to look at the future of the community. Ever since the discovery of new sea route from Europe to India in 1498 by Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese navigator, the history of the European descendants began in India. The second Portuguese viceroy, Afonso de Albuquerque, initiated the marriage of Portuguese men to Indian women in the beginning of the 16th century. Thereafter, the Dutch, British, and the French came to India. Few Germans, Italian, and other Europeans also came to India. They either married descendants of Portuguese or native women and later their progenies. During the period of the Portuguese, the community was named Luso-Indian to show the Lusitanian background. Thereafter, it was Eurasian, and during British period, the whole European descendants were termed Anglo-Indian and ascribed European descent in the Act of 1935. The Anglo-Indian community emerged to identify themselves with the vision and guidance of John William Ricketts in 1823 with a group of prominent European descendants, including the young revolutionary poet Henry Louis Vivian de Rozier. Later, with the Eurasian and Anglo-Indian Association established in Bengal by E.W. Chambers in 1876, the Anglo-Indian and Domiciled European Association of Southern India, established by D.S. White in 1879, and the Anglo-Indian Association established in Cochin, Malabar by Chevalier Paul Louis in 1922, the European descendants were convinced of the necessity to unite and fight for their existence as a separate community. They gradually shed the pure European identity and evidently started acquiring the Indian status. With Sir Henry Kidney coming to the scene, a new phase in the history of the community began. His great efforts to convince the British of providing more facilities to Anglo-Indians gained momentum, and his nomination to Central Legislative Assembly was a turning point. After the demise of Sir Henry Kidney, Frank Anthony took the reins in 1942, which was the beginning of yet another era that lasted till 1993.
We are fortunate that Mr. Gordon Bayer, the president of the International Federation of Anglo-Indian Associations, is giving his message on this auspicious day.
My dear fellow Anglo-Indians, I would like to extend to you, on behalf of the International Federation of Anglo-Indian Associations, my best wishes on this very special day, Anglo-Indian Day, which is celebrated globally on the 2nd of August each year. Now, this day was selected because in 1935, the Government of India Act first recognized the community. And this definition of the community was used later on when the Constitution of India was being formulated. Now, on this day, we as a community celebrate our achievements and perpetuate our culture through the many shows that we run. And when you look at our achievements and compare it with the numbers of people that are in our community, you will see that we have achieved way beyond any expectations. So it is my hope that days like these will unite us in hope and pride that our community will continue to survive and prosper.
From 1947, in independent India, in the history of Anglo-Indians, the exodus of thousands of Anglo-Indians to European countries was a phenomenon which showed the anxiety of many in endangering their culture or proud existence. The Anglo-Indians in India and elsewhere have left their indelible mark in all walks of life, whether it is in religion, defense, sports, music. They have to their pride great personalities. With the International Federation of Anglo-Indian Association, the community world over is linked, and our generations to come will maintain a solidarity and cherish the memories of their roots and hometowns of their parents.
We have Dr. Charles Dias, former Member of Parliament and Vice President of the International Federation of Anglo-Indian Associations, joining with us.
Hi friends, when we celebrate 2nd August as World Anglo-Indian Day, it reminds us that we inherit the proud ancestry of our European forefathers. The community was first recognized by the British in the Government of India Act 1935. Later, as per Article 366(2) of the Constitution of India, the term Anglo-Indian was adopted by the Government of India. While I wish the Anglo-Indians world over the greetings of the day, I would like to place it on record that the universal solidarity of Anglo-Indians is made possible by the efforts of the International Federation of Anglo-Indian Associations, and I am proud to be part of it. Let us all be united in our onward march to progress. Thank you.
World Anglo-Indian reunions are always occasions for revival of relationships. After 500 years now, it is a changing scenario. About 350,000 of the community in India and a universal presence of the community, especially in Australia, England, Canada, New Zealand, USA and Europe. The community has adapted to the situations there. We look back and cherish our good old days, but we cannot always live in the past memories. We have to look forward and make our own future. We have to face the new challenges. It is high time the community has to look into themselves and gain strength to face the hard realities. On this World Anglo-Indian Day, let us plan to create an atmosphere of unity and joint action. For this, we have to come together first. There are serious threats for the community, but when we meet, we can find solutions and settle most of our issues. On this day, Anglo-Indians have to think of unity, gain strength, and achieve progress. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video and wish you all a happy World Anglo-Indian Day.